So originally from Southwest Ohio,
Right?
grew up economically challenged, and so family
I
of
don't know what that
six.
is, man.
Hey, family of six. My dad worked at the steel mill for 28 years. Hard worker, and we're really just ingrained with a lot of like hard work ethic and morals and doing the right thing and family and that kind of stuff. So actually, how I kind of got started in real estate, one of my buddies, his dad was a general contractor and asked if one day if I wanted to come help him out. I was probably 14 years old. And I said, yeah, absolutely. Like, I would love to make some money. And so our job was cleaning out the basement of a fourplex that they just bought. Okay, so in Ohio, they got fourplex basement, big full basements. But the funny thing is, I remember going to the house. I still remember we went down the stairs, but then like you couldn't get into the basement because it was full of just stuff, just garbage, trash. The former person was a hoarder.
Oh my God.
And so my job and Joey's job was to carry all that out and fill up a dump truck.
You know what we call in multifamily, that was the trash outs.
Trash outs, absolutely. And then, so the really cool thing, while we were taking a break or eating lunch or whatever, I'd ask him all kinds of questions like, hey, well, tell me more about this. Like, why are you buying a family? Like, you guys got a house. And he's like, no, it's an investment. I'm like, what do you mean? And so he's like, hey, the bottom two units will pay for the mortgage. And then, the top two will just be like money every month. And I'm like, so you don't have to do anything. They just pay you the money for living there and you pay the bank and put it in your pocket. He was like, yeah. I was like, I'm doing this. I was like, I don't know how, but I'm doing it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so there we go. So then a couple years later, I kept working for him and got started in construction. And so it was a general labor. Then he, got promoted and he'd let me carry a hammer. So I did a little bit of carpentry work. And then ultimately we ended up helping out building some different houses. So I got exposure to everything from, electrical, drywall, plumbing, roofing, hanging doors, windows, concrete, all that kind of stuff, which was great then for, later on down the road when we start having some properties.
There's, for when people usually start on the construction side, at least for a little bit, man, you need to learn, but you learn a lot of the fundamentals, right?
Yeah.
And look, you train your eye to see certain things that even if you're an investor or not, unless if you're a really hands-off investor, that you have to hire everything, but it's a very important thing. And how does that help today?
Yeah, so no, it's great because we've been in single family since 2007 and multifamily for 3 years. But as far as like, any type of repairs, I know enough to kind of call, BS when something doesn't need to be fixed, but they say that it does, or if something's just not done properly.
Right.
So that really helps out a lot. And then also just with like knowing how much things cost. So that really, and labor and materials and those types of things help out exponentially.
Waking up to success, now we're getting it started. This is the real grind. Everything you've been wanting, building an empire, no question. Talking about real estate, investing, making the millions, no stopping. While we sip on gourmet coffee, the real grind. This is the real grind. Let's go.